Engines fired up, going through the gears. Green flag is out as they dive into turn one. Chase Elliott has the advantage. Right behind it, William Byron and the 18 of Kyle Busch settling into third.
Here they come now through turns 1 and 2. The S's, everyone scattering further back, but Chase Elliott up front, out front, and into the lead as they work their way through the S's for the first time this afternoon. Through turns 2, 3, and 4. Chase Elliott leads them up the back straightaway.
Chase Elliott with a comfortable lead over his teammate William Byron into the braking zone of the bus stop. Everybody coming through there single file except back here around 3rd, 4th, 5th place. Looks like these guys are all stacked up behind Brad Keselowski out of the bus stop. A lot of guys having to give and take quite a bit right there to get through there cleanly. They single file through the carousel.
Yeah, through the carousel, they weren't single file, but right here at the end of this line, they're side by side, trying to make it 3 wide. That's not going to work. They're going to have to single it out. Now they're starting to get single file right along with Suarez into this left-hander, which is turn 6. Approaching turn 7, not a very good pass, although an attempt for the pass. Can Suarez take advantage of this, make it 3 wide on the front straightaway?
Going to try to follow Joey Logano up here on the inside of that 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Suarez in the 21 or 41 right behind. Around goes Kyle Busch. The 18 spins through one. He gets it straightened back out again and headed the right direction.
And everybody scatters behind him, but he's got a lot of ground to make up. Kyle Busch will find his place in line in turns 2 and 3, right behind Eric Almirola. He came off the end of the front straightaway to the inside of William Byron racing for second. Kyle losing the handle on that multicolored Toyota, spinning down to the inside. But what a tip of the cap to the rest of the field to not get checked up and go piling in when Kyle Busch loses control in turn 1. Dale Jr.
Yeah, we're back in the carousel here. Kyle Busch seems to gather things up really, really lucky not to get any damage there, more damage than he has to his car. Seems like he's got away cleanly, no flat spots, everything's good.
See, back on William Byron. William Byron, we're hearing he has grass on the grill, a lot of grass on the grill. Coming to 1 to go in this stage, Steve. That is a ton of grass. I wonder if they can make it this lap.
Well, the problem is pit road's closed. So if he pits right here, he's going to have a bigger issue. You see here how he got it. He straight lines the bus stop. Dale Jr., your spot on the racetrack is the popular place to have an issue. You see the 24 stays on the racetrack 1 more lap.
Steve, it looks also there could have maybe moved that splitter just a little bit. Raising that splitter up off the ground could affect the handling of that car.
Need to keep an eye on the temperatures. Keep an eye on the temperatures.
I agree with that, but unfortunately I'm not sure what he can do if they are climbing.
William Byron right now running in the 5th position. This is the final lap of stage 1. Out front, still Chase Elliott, who stayed on the racetrack. And again, expecting to come to pit road at the end of this stage. But a good battle here, which could be for the race lead, as all of those in front of this group will be coming to pit road on the stage end. So Logano just in front of Harvick. Those two separated by about 10 feet as they come through 7 for the final time.
Well, they have to make a whole nother lap. Remember, they're just in front of the leader, so this isn't their final time. They're just now getting the 1 to go because they're that far behind the leader who's just showing up. See, Chase Elliott right here will go on to win the stage, really uncontested.
2 by 2. They file in front of the grandstands. Larson with the advantage as he goes into 1.
Here they come diving downhill into turn 1. That's that 90-degree right-hander. Larson away with the lead as they stack them up, headed downhill to turn 2. Larson, your leader. Kevin Harvick at the 4. He is running in the 2nd position. 3rd, that's a good battle right there. You've got Clint Boyer, also Chase Elliott. You got Alex Bowman, and you got Double Wide Racing further back in the pack.
Here they come. Oh, look at Martin Truex Jr. in the grass. He's got the right front tire in the grass, and is he gonna get down here to break his own without any problem? Man, that was real lucky for him. A little trouble back further up. 2 Penske cars get colliding there. Logano, looks like Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney got together through the entrance to the inner loop. Man, these restarts are tough on these guys. Logano getting pressure from Matt right there on corner X of the carousel.
I don't know how they did wreck right there. They all worked together pretty well to not get into a wreck, but look what it caused. It's bunched everybody up. See Paul Menard on the bottom trying to make a move on Kurt Busch. Now they're going to be side by side into turn 7, as well as the row behind them. Bernard wisely falling in behind.
Restart's amazing. 2 and 3 wide inside as they were going through the S's down that backstretch. Take a look at what Martin Truex Jr. did here, trying to get by the 2.
Yeah, he pulls to the right, just runs out of asphalt, and this stacks them up 2 and 3 wide. Ryan Blaney has nowhere to go. This is on board with Martin Truex Jr. You're going to see he thinks he has enough room. He swings right, just misjudges it, drops a wheel off as Brad kind of squeezes him.
They are so lucky because you know how that splitter can dig into that dirt and rip the entire right front off the car. They are so lucky.
Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr. fighting for the lead as they get ready to come into the inner loop.
Yeah, Truex Jr. is closing in on the 9-car Chase Elliott. 2 laps to go. Coming up on the bus stop in the braking zone. Truex trying to make ground there. This 9-car, though, has been great pretty much everywhere all the way around the track, but especially in this area, and you can see it. No gain for Truex through the carousel. Both those cars pretty tiny. Truex tight around that apron this time. We've seen him use different lines there. The 9 really wide, gaining ground.
Remember this great battle from last year. These two duking it out at the end of the race.
We got a spin. We got a car in the tire barrier over in the carousel. The 43 of Bubba Wallace entering the carousel. I don't know how he got turned around, but he has hit the tire barrier. See if he can get his car moving here. He's backing his car up. Lost the tailpiece. I don't know if he made hard contact with the front, but he did back that car in with the left rear quarter panel as he pulls away. Could have been an issue with some of that speedy drive that I was talking about before they went back to green and how slick it is exiting this inner loop. Car seemed to get away from him there.
He looked like he was running in the 18th spot for Bubba Wallace. Because that caution comes out, they will end stage 2 under caution. They're on the final lap around the track. We look at the replay.
Yeah, he's kind of already up and backwards and sliding. Hard to say, as Dale mentioned, what got him there. Heavy contact really with both ends of the race car, the rear and the front, as those tires kind of grabbed and spun around the 43. He'll bring it to pit road to make some repairs.
33 laps. This next time he crosses the finish line will be his 34th lap led, and that now means that he won stage 1 and stage 2. Chase Elliott dominant again. And the crowd here loved it when Bubba Wallace got behind the 18 and turned him.
The chaos everywhere around this 2.5 mile 7-turn road course, and it started with a 7-time champion Jimmie Johnson. We know the pressure. And you see right here, Bubba Wallace and Kyle Busch beating and banging down the front stretch. A big shot by Kyle Busch. Bubba Wallace says, I don't care, you're done. I'm sending you into turn 1. And listen, Bubba Wallace might have become a fan favorite with that move.
Yeah, a lot of contact here, and both drivers very aggressive on the front stretch. And then Bubba Wallace, after the 18 went by him, just decided, well, you're not gonna go any further around this turn. I'm gonna spin you.
Yeah, and this was the second accident in a cycle, if you can believe it.
Yeah, I mean, we remember where Bubba Wallace was turned around in the carousel. I think we know how that all started. Seems to be something going on with these drivers throughout the race.
The other incident you saw was the 48 of Jimmie Johnson got into the tire barrier.
Yeah, I was watching that, guys, as we were all watching it under nonstop. And coming out of the inner loop, Ryan Blaney got a little nose under Jimmie going into the carousel. Little contact was made. Jimmie stood in the throttle, hoping to stop the car from hitting the tire barrier. Was unsuccessful. Hard contact with the right front. Here's a 48 radio.
Earl, you find his spotter, tell him to beat his Yes, sir.
There you have it.
You heard Earl very nonchalantly, yes, sir. Coming up on 25 to go. Green flag back in the air. Elliott, Truex fighting into 1. Now a little contact as they go into turn 1. The 19 got into the 9. Now contact again. They rub again as they go into the S's.
Leaning on each other, coming into turn 2. You got Truex in the 19 on the outside. You got Elliott now that's on the inside. They bang quarter panels again. They lean on each other in the S's. Elliott will slide through and keep the lead off turn 4.
Unbelievable to watch those two guys run side by side up through the S's. You're not supposed to do that. Here in the braking zone in the inner loop. Still single file, the 9-car Chase Elliott, a little bit of a gap here. Actually pulling away, a big gap to that 19. Up there, you know, Truex could have some issues with that car. The banging of the sides and so forth could have a tire rub or so forth. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Denny Hamlin has joined the battle. Let's see if Denny Hamlin, what kind of pace he has. Elliott and Truex have driven away from the field all day long. But now, Denny Hamlin in third spot. Let's see what he has for those two guys up front.
Yeah, the fight that's gone on between the 9 and the 19 has allowed the 11 to come into the battle. Kelly.
And the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. a little bit worried about damage to the right front fender, but the team has took a look at it. They said it's just wrinkled a little bit, and with the camber of the wheel, they're not worried about a rub just yet.
Was there a reason he drove me into one?
Leaders clear turn number 1. Here they are in 2. You got Elliott and Truex, 1 and 2. Truex doesn't look like any smoke coming from that race car. Maybe okay as far as that tire rub is concerned, at least for now. Marty.
Hey, and Bagman, maybe a problem for Chase Elliott. Number 1, you heard the radio a second ago. Why did he door me coming into turn 1 on the restart? That's what he was talking about. And he just radioed the team right now. I may have a left rear going down. Alan Gustafson said he was worried about that restart. Jeff, that may have hurt them more than they know. As Chase Elliott hangs on to the lead, he's worried about that left rear.
Yeah, just aggressive restart, just hard racing. I didn't see anything dirty by either driver. I just saw two drivers trying to get in the lead to win this race. A little bit of contact up to these S's. You heard Junior say you're not supposed to do that. Well, this is very difficult. Surprised both of these drivers made it through here. It gets very narrow. Remember, you're going about 165, 70 miles an hour up through these S's. Very tough. Good job by those drivers, though. Nobody gave an inch.
Less than 2 laps to go at Watkins Glen. Chase Elliott's crew chief on the left. That's Alan Gustafson. You saw Cole Byrne. They're cool, calm, and collected, and so are these drivers. They've got less than a lap and a half left to get it done here.
Bags, you asked me how hard it was to be mistake-free. It gets harder with each lap. Your arms are shaking, your legs are shaking, your heart's beating at 170, 200 beats per minute. There you see the 19 gaining a little bit through the inner loop. Chase trying to be mistake-free there. Little lap traffic, wide center here. Will that make any gain at all? And down this long straightaway, doesn't look like it's going to be a profit there.
Yeah, but Truex made a ton of ground up through that inner loop. Chase Elliott's going to have to stay aggressive. I know you don't want to make a mistake, but if you're not aggressive, that will force you into making a mistake, and Truex will be there. Truex is fast enough where to win this race, Chase Elliott's got to tackle this last lap, not protect.
Coming up on 1 lap to go.
7 corners, 2.5 miles. Chase Elliott must remain perfect. A smooth turn 1, and then the most important climb, 54 feet up the S's. He must be perfect.
This is for all the marbles here at Watkins Glen. The crowd and the S's have come to their feet. Chase Elliott up the hill for the final time this afternoon. Looks in the rearview mirror. 4 car lengths of separation. Chase Elliott leads the way up the back straightaway for the final time.
Like he has time and time again. He has a decent lead on Truex coming into the braking zone here. What, if anything, can Truex do differently? He charges into this inner loop within a car length and a half. Can he maintain that on exit? Not so much. Back to 3 car lengths. He charges again into the carousel. There's just nothing he can do about how good this 9 car is getting out of the corner.
Chase Elliott has been perfect on these last 20-something laps. Just done a great job. 2 more corners left. Don't overdrive. 6. Hit your marks. Truex trying to make ground on him. Chase Elliott driving away.
Coming into turn 7, the final turn. The 23-year-old from Dawsonville got his first win at this racetrack and has been dominant today. He's going to win again at the Glen.
Go, boys, let's go!
Chase Elliott, you have won at Watkins Glen again. Congratulations.
Freaking wild. Thank you guys. That was freaking awesome. I feel like I've never been so far from home and felt like I was at my house. So thank you. Y'all are awesome. What a day, man. Such a fast Napa Camaro, and these guys called a great race. Just stayed mistake-free, and Martin was a little quicker. I felt like those last 2 runs, but the track position was king, and didn't mess up into 1 this time, so that was good. So just a huge thanks to everybody that makes this happen. Mr. Hendricks here today, and just a lot of people that obviously have got me at this point. Wish my mom and my grandmother were here today, but I can't wait to see you guys when we get back home. Love you.
And 3 burnouts, you really put a show on for these fans. They're out here supporting you every single time. What do you want to say to them?
Just thank you. I'm sorry I ran out of gas again, so I'd have done more, but it happened. So just thank you. Like I say, you guys are awesome, and I've never felt like
I would have never thought a New York race would have felt like home, but you guys did that, so thank you.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks.
Kelly?